So hello everybody, welcome to the SUMO community call. This is our first call for 2020. So happy New Year. I hope you're excited to start the new year. Anyway, we have Lucy and Ruben today who are going to talk about the community portal updates. But first, let's see if we have shout outs. I am for sure have one for everyone who was helping us on the contributors interview with the context partner team. So as a context, we are working with an agency, sort of our agency called Context Partner for the Community Strategy Project. So we have this interview with several contributors that we wish to have more of them during the all hands. So thank you so much for your mama, Pierre, Paul, Lydia, as well as Jens. Thank you so much for taking the time from your personal life to meet with us and to share some of your contribution journey. So thank you so much. Right, so without further ado, because Lucy said that she will have another meeting, so let's just talk about the community portal updates. So Lucy and Ruben, the Zoom room is yours.
Awesome. I'm going to give a quick tour of the new community portal that some of you may already have heard of, and then I'm going to hand it over to Ruben to talk about what's in V1, what the timeline is for everyone being able to access it, next steps, etc., and to answer any questions you have. So for people who aren't familiar with this, the community portal was built as a central place for people who want to contribute to Mozilla to be able to come, to find groups in their area they can join, events they can participate, campaigns that are the most impactful things you can do right now, activities, and other people who share their values. So this is version 1 of the portal. It's currently in a closed beta, and there's a bunch of things that are going to be introduced later. So the things that are working right now and that as you get access, we invite you to test is events. So if you're hosting an event in your area or virtually and you want other Mozillians to be able to join and know about it, you can put them here. Already, the amazing SUMO Sprint for Firefox 72 is here. So once you're logged into the site, you can join it and share it, and you'll be able to see who's involved. I'm not logged in right now, which is why I can't join. So you can join it and get all the information about it. This is awesome. They're pretty. You can put pictures. And also you'll be able to see from the events page things in your area or to your interest. So support is a tag. Put that on. There are all of the events related to support. Awesome. Hopefully this is going to make it easy for you to recruit a lot more SUMO volunteers and for more people to find events to get involved. You can also obviously start your own event by clicking here, and you've got to log in to create events. Yada, yada, yada. I have to do my profile setup. Sorry. Trust me that it takes you to an event page where it asks you for name, location, images, and you can go through all of that. Groups is the same thing. So already support is a group. This is a bug right now, but it'll be locked. Most groups are open by default. You can't lock a community group except for community managers. So all of the people in the SUMO community will be able to be in this group. People will be able to see them, and they'll be able to click into the group to learn more about support. Oh, what's going on? Look at all these happy people. What are the events going on? Like, oh, look, there's an event on January 7th for support. How very exciting. I want to attend, and they can attend that event. So it's a way to help bring people into your community and to show all of the different communities around the world. And just like before, you can filter for just support communities. That's a good bug to file. Theoretically, that would have filtered. And you could also do it by location. And the locations will pop up when the location is listed. So until someone makes that location, it won't be here. So we could just see things in India. That worked. This is a very new site, and we have a GitHub where you can file bugs as you find them. You probably will. And you can see just the groups that you're in by clicking here. The last piece I want to show you is people. So this will eventually be integrated with what Mozillians.org is becoming. So you won't have to maintain 2 profiles. For the time being, we apologize. You can use Auth0 to log in, but you'll still have to add components to your profile here. Once you have a profile, you can join groups, join events. 2 big things that are not there right now. If you click on activities, it will take you to Activate. That's fine. It has not migrated yet. Soon it will take you to an Activate-like version of this page where evergreen activities, which is what we call things that always need help, will be. So you'll be able to find out about support through there, common voice, localization, all the big static contribution areas. And then campaigns today also takes you back to the Activate site, but this will be on the portal ultimately. Cool. From there, I'm going to hand it over to Ruben. Ruben, do you want to share your screen? I know that can be a pain in the ass from your device.
I think.
Have any quick questions before you go? I have 2 more minutes. So.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a question for Lucy? Going once, going twice. No.
So let me talk a bit on where we are, timeline, and what are our plans for the future. So basically, right now where we are is we are in a close beta phase. Some staff and contributors who have been deeply involved into the development of the tool have been invited, and they are testing the latest features to make sure that we are ready to launch to a wider audience. Our plan is to have that kind of like finalized this week, but it's going to depend on the developers' availability and stuff. So basically, in the coming weeks, we want to launch an open beta, so anyone will be able to access the site, create a profile, start creating and joining groups, start creating and joining events. And what Lucy mentioned about Activate, the current plan right now is that by the end of February, we want to have this integration finished. So we redirect Activate directly into the community portal, and you will expect the same functionality from Activate to the community portal, but improved. That's basically something we want to have by the end of February, but still, like timelines are sometimes flexible. That's our initial plan, and then we want to have during this first half of the year second version of the portal, basically capturing an important thing, which is localization, which is complex for these kind of sites, and we are start planning to the work on that, and we want to have this by the end of June. As well as localization, we also want to improve the groups metrics, the search functionalities. Right now, the search that we have on the site is very basic, but we want to provide better filters into the different fields that we are exposing and advanced search. And so this kind of stuff that we want to have. For the February version, which let's call it like 1.5 version, we will increase a bit the capabilities on search, but it's not going to be until the end of June with the localization work that we will improve some search and improvements around advanced search, filtering, etc. One of the things that I feel it's really important is that we are building this site together with you all, right? And we have been building this really open and transparent over the community portal discourse category with weekly updates and having meetings like this one, gathering feedback and input, because we want this portal to be a portal that serves your needs. Another example, we have been also talking with other groups at Mozilla, like the reps group, who's also plan to transition their portal into the community portal into a specific group here. And that's the reason why we have been also talking with different regional communities and contributors also to understand what are the needs they have and how we can incorporate the needs that are common to everyone into our roadmap, and we can prioritize them. So as a summary, next version is going to be end of February. including the activities and campaigns, and some email integration into the events to get notifications, small improvements into site-wide search, and then big version end of June, version 2 with localization, as well as improved metrics for groups and advanced search, etc. And also, this is not set in stone. These are like the high level priorities. But as I said, based on your feedback and input through all this process, we want to also identify what are the next things we should be implementing into this portal to be useful for everyone.
Cool. Thank you so much, Ruben. Does anybody have a question for Ruben about the community portal? For me, I think this is very exciting because we also talk about it in the Telegram group. I think a couple of days ago, someone bring up the conversation about using Splash because we're going to end the contract soon. So we're going to transition and use the community portal for our next our next SUMO sprint, which is I think very exciting. So we can also expose the opportunity to the other contributors, right? So I think I hope that we get more people to contribute and join the SUMO sprint for the next one once we put it under the community portal. So yeah, very exciting. Our information, so our information will be automatically migrated to the community portal, or will we have to create our information manually? So this is a question from Fernando Ruben. So he asks whether the data will be automatically migrated, and I'm not sure data from where. So I suppose that we have to create a new profile and stuff, right, Ruben?
Yes, so we don't have any migration capabilities right now. So people will have to create their profile. One of the things that we want to work the second half of the year is the integration with the new people directory, the Mozilla people directory that, as some of you know, is going to replace Mozillians and the internal phone book. So basically we want to have this integration during the second half of the year. So basically you will log in as you are doing right now with the usual Auth0 Mozilla staff. You will get populated your email and name. That's the only thing that is happening right now. But in the future, we want also to capture if you already have a profile on the people directory to get all your information from there, so you don't have to put it there again. And I think one of the things that we forgot to mention is that this portal already has integration with Mozilla's Discourse. So each time you create a group, you will get a subcategory on Discourse for free. So basically your community will have a place to talk once you create a group, which is super nice.
Cool. All right, so I'm conscious of time. We have 9 minutes left for this meeting. So let's move to the next topic, which is about the product updates. We have Roland here. Roland, you want to talk about the Firefox 72?
Hi. It's a pretty quiet release. We broke some of the user Chrome updates. But the only substantial issue that I see, I don't know if anyone else is seeing anything, is for some German users, Pocket is broken. New tab is not showing 4 rows of 3 Pocket new tabs. And there was a bug that I've just added there. So if anybody's seeing that, please chime in on our contributor forum thread or in the bug. Thanks.
Cool, thanks, Roland. Also, I think I've seen some bugs around the new feature, the picture-in-picture feature.
Yes.
So there's one around in Linux. The size is pretty small on them, And there's also one about the subtitles that it's not carried
Yeah,
over
so
the.
that was from last week. Subtitles not
Yeah.
working. We have
Is
Mac
it fixed
OS
now?
X. Not yet. I think it might take a long time to fix.
Mhm.
And the picture-in-picture doesn't work over full screen windows on any platform, I don't think. So for example, on OS X or Windows, I'm pretty sure if you full screen another app and then you start Firefox and then it won't go over that other app. Or it won't be able to, yeah. So there are lots of little bugs, but it is a positive, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a 0-day, as Luna pointed out. Thanks, Luna. There was a 0-day vulnerability in Firefox that was disclosed on release day, January 8th. And our team turned around a new build in less than 24 hours, so that's why we have 72.
That this was patched the day after.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. 24 hours. Very good. And it was being actively exploited, this 0-day. I don't actually know the details, but I'm sure it's you can find it on the internet.
So yeah, update your Firefox if you're still using the 72 version.
Yes, you must please update to 7201. Thank you. Good
Cool.
point.
All right, so let's move on to the platform updates. We have this topic from Chris. Any update on providing a funnel for users who can't use a Firefox account? I'm really sorry on this. I think it's get deprioritized and I haven't got a chance to work on it again. So maybe I'll find time next week and I will let the community know whether we have updates on that or not. I'll find times before the all hands, so maybe we can also talk about it during the all hands. Right, is that answer your question, Chris?
Yep, thanks.
Cool. Right, so we also have another one about the contributor dashboard. So this is about the metrics or the charts that we have on Kitsune. So right now we have several charts about the community, whether it's for the forum or for localization metrics. The thing is that we're going to update or we're going to do responsive design update in Kitsune. We're going to do a pretty huge project on that. And so Madalena is trying to figure out which one or which metrics that the community are still using. So please, if you're using one of those, please let us know, and especially if it's really important for you, so that we can keep them in the site, because we're thinking about to remove them if it's not being actively used. So if something is important for you and you're still actively using it, please let us know so we can keep it. Yeah, Coolios. I don't think that we have any more topic for today's call. So I will open the floor to everyone. Okay, cool. So Chris,
first?
I think, yeah.
Is there a community thread where we can provide a list of tools that we use?
Yeah, I will create a thread in the contributor dashboard as well as discourse to discuss more about this. I'm going to create the topic, I think, after this, because we're going to have the meeting with Madalena tomorrow. So please chime in on the thread and I will circulate it on the Telegram group. And yeah. And I think Luna, you also have a question?
Yes, I had a small miscellaneous question. I was wondering if there will be an online meeting during the all hands or if it will be cancelled, because I know the Monday meeting and the Firefox status meeting and some other meetings won't happen.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we have the next meeting on 29, which is the Berlin all hands, which I think we will
connect from Berlin.
Yeah, which I think we will cancel that and we will meet again early February. But if if people think that we need another call, then maybe we can move it earlier or after the all hands. So we won't, you know, like need to wait for a month to have the next meeting. But yeah, that's a good point to bring up. So thanks, Luna. I will ask the community whether they will prefer before or stay in the with our schedule. So yeah,
Okay.
cool. We'll talk more about it. Right. So I don't think that we have another topic. Otherwise, is there any other questions? Cool. Otherwise, we can drop the call. It's 2 minutes left, and I also have another meeting after this. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next 2 or a month or whatever it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Maybe.
Bye, Rosie.